change everything is he took what was already happening and put it on steroids. Again, all of that. But then the dirty little secret is politicians, at least the ones I've worked for and seen, are obsessed with the size of crowds because it's one of the few objective measures throughout the course of a campaign.
Yeah, but it's also one of the first things when you're a reporter covering a campaign that you learn not to trust. I will say.
Oh, we always give you BS numbers on the crowd
100%.
size. Always. It's, oh yeah. But like the funny thing is too, it's money raised. And it's crowd sizes. And those are the two objective measures of the course of a campaign that pundits, operatives, press always can try and measure with it. And so that is an obsession of politicians, and certainly Donald Trump has taken that on steroids.
On steroids, and also on a scale of falseness that is far beyond what anyone.
Scale of falseness. I feel like that's a good phrase. I might have to borrow that.
Different gradations of lies, but. In terms of comparing to Martin Luther King's trial, first, I think it's important just to say that's completely wrong and misleading. Martin Luther King had a much larger crowd by several dimensions, and also his crowd was peaceful. Donald Trump's crowd ended up storming the Capitol and injuring police officers. And so that comparison, I'm not sure why he wants to make that comparison, but it's clear that he's obsessed with crowd sizes. It's clear that he's rocked by the fact that Kamala Harris has been having these huge crowds. I was with her in Detroit. She had a situation that was very similar to a Trump rally where she pulled up in Air Force Two at an airport hangar to
lots
raucous.
Lots of theatrics.
Yeah, lots of theatrics, music, people excited, people were waiting for hours. Fainting in the heat. It felt like a Trump rally, and I think Trump is surprised and shocked by that.
Well, I mean, this I will say, Karen, is I wonder if part of this is that this is the first time that he really has lost this edge. Because I will say, having been at that rally on Tuesday, I wouldn't go so far as to compare it to the 2008 Obama campaign, but really the last time I was at an event for a Democratic nominee with a crowd that big and that excited was when I covered President Obama running for re-election in 2012.
Yeah, I actually, when I did Advance back in the olden days, I was a crowd person, and there's a person that's whole job is to get the crowd there. Built 50,000 person crowd.
I was going to say another reason why we don't always trust this, because they're not always organic, right? They can be built.
No, you build, yes.
But I will say Trump had organic crowds, and what's going on with Harris feels like there is genuine, like an organicness to it.
The thing about his obsession with crowds is, my mother always taught me when a man is arguing about size of anything, in this case crowds, where there's an obsession.
It's a family morning show, Karen.
It is. I'm just saying, and all I'm going to say is he's probably insecure. I'll just leave it there. I think women know what I'm talking about. Whether it's your car, it's your crowd, it's your, whatever.
Matt, you look deeply uncomfortable.
6:20 in the morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, she said it, not me.
I'm just putting it out there.
Okay, still to come on CNN this morning, more legal questions for the former president as Donald Trump's 2020 election case in Georgia nears another critical deadline. Plus, an unwelcome back-to-school visitor in a California classroom. Oh my goodness, it is one of the 5 things you have to see this morning.